let's react to a fucking cartoon on the internet. Let's do that. Let's do that for a change. There's a new Helluva Boss short. I haven't seen it. It's called CHUPACABRAS, so I assume Mexico or something along those lines. Don't know what's going to happen. Say hello to chat. They're hovering over my head as usual. I can't see them. They'll be reacting to things. They've seen this thing already. I'm a little late to the party because I've got a billion other things going on. Speaking of which, I might as well plug that here, since there's a half-decent reason that a lot of people will see this. I'm in a actual play series over on the D&Dorks YouTube channel called Power Play, where we play like teenage superheroes in a world that has only just developed superpowers, and we get sucked into a kind of freaky reality TV show run by a guy named Network, where he's like doing reality TV chronicling our superhero activities, and everything turns out fine and nothing bad happens. It's very chill, very cozy. No problems occur whatsoever. But it is some of the best roleplay I've probably ever been involved with in my life, and the way that this thing is going to end is, whew. So there's going to be a link to that somewhere down below. You can go look at that. In the meantime, let's look at a cartoon. Okay, let's start with Gerardo Velasquez. Small farm outside Tijuana, Mexico. Middle-aged male smells strongly of hay and tequila. Okay. I don't speak whatever language this guy's yapping in, but he keeps making a hand motion that makes me think the target must be a real freak. Wait, hang on. Do they... So they don't speak Spanish in hell? I mean, they have been speaking English the whole time, but I kind of assumed that, like, once you're a dead spirit that go to hell, like, maybe you just understand. Okay, I guess they... I guess everyone in hell just speaks English for some reason? Statistically, it should be any other language. Like, statistically, there should be kind of a lot of Chinese, like Spanish. There should be kind of a fucking lot of the Indian languages. Okay, sure.
Seems like this one's nice and remote. Won't
Oh, I should probably turn off the audio tracking on the thing as usual. It's annoying. I need the scrubbing audio to do my normal editing, but bad for this kind of thing. I do like... Seems like this one's nice and remote. Like, they really, the lip syncing really wanted to emphasize that one. That's cute. Bit Defender, I really don't need you to be on screen right now. I do like that. That's very cute. That's a cute little animation. Oh, shit, sorry.
Seems like this one's nice and remote. Won't take us too long to... What the fuck are these things?
I want to say these are earth goats, sir.
I don't care how great they are in my...
Right, goats. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Okay, sure. Okay, who wants odds on the goats being evil? Are we doing penguins again? Like, surely not.
Won't take us too long to... What the...
I do like the goat just sort of like slowly walking into him. It's like, yeah, no, goats can be like that sometimes. It's like, you're in the way, I'm moving. Like, if I just keep walking, you'll move eventually.
What the fuck are these things?
I want to say these are earth goats, sir.
I don't care how great they are in my way.
Why did it explode?
¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué carajo?
Nice. Easy goes, easy.
¡Chupacabras!
Scatter!
Okay, right, alright. I'm glad that they at least subtitled, like, I would have been quite annoyed if it had been, like, they just don't subtitle the Spanish. That's one of the things that really fucking annoys me in a lot of things where they like, where it's like speaking foreign, right? In subtitles, where it's like, oh, he's speaking foreign. He's like, it feels kind of dehumanizing sometimes.
¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué carajo?
How the fuck do you get into such a fight with goats? Goats are so chill most of the time if you don't annoy them.
Nice.
I do like the Moxie slap fight. That's very cute.
Easy.
¡Chupacabras!
So I don't, not being American, I don't really know enough about like sort of Mexican Hispanic stereotypes to parse exactly how edgy this is. To what extent this is like meant to be like, oh, we're going right up to the edge of racism, offensiveness kind of thing. So I don't really know how to comment on that. Hey Blitz, how'd you get into? Because like you're popping out from below, so how did you get inside of that goat corpse exactly, Blitz? Blitz, how did you do that? How'd you get in there? What did you do, Blitz?
Scatter!
He lost a fight with a goat. For fuck's sake, Moxie. Oh, I get it. Millie's the throat goat. I get it. I get it. Ha ha ha.
Run, you stretched asshole! Damn it! Ah!
¡Pendejo, que te voy a arrancar la cabeza! ¡La chupacabra de mierda esta!
Aye, Caramba, he brought the big guns. Come on, gang, we lost the element of surprise. Let's just get him tomorrow.
You got it, sir. Let's go, Millie.
So the throwing of the sandal, again, I've seen memes about this outside of my cultural understanding, but it's like a Hispanic mother thing, right?
He brought the big guns. Come on, gang, we
I
lost
think.
the element of surprise. Let's just get him tomorrow.
You got it, sir. Let's go, Millie.
That's a very good. That's very good. I really like the way they handle this smearing. It's like lots of doubling, right? Like we have like not just like that there's lots of guns, but also that the guns themselves are like smeared and doubled on the thing. And we're just not rendering his arms, right? Like Blitz, for the purpose of this shot, has no arms whatsoever. He just has the... Yeah, this is me playing any first-person shooter. Me playing Doom Eternal. That's really fucking good. Oh, that's really cute. I really like that. That's very fun. And it's a really nice little animation loop, too, because it doesn't feel like a loop. It doesn't feel like it's repeating itself that much, even though it is. Right, yeah, because, oh my god. Because, like, fires multiple times on, like, the broken down machine with the tractor, with the fuel, with the everything. Nothing happens. One bullet hits the toilet, kaboom. Ha ha ha. Unexpected. Very nice explosion, though, this one. Hey, that's really good. Look at that. So, like, we start with just, like, a pure white with, like, the slightest bit of orange tinting, and then, like, you see how the volumes of, like, the smoke clouds are slowly painted in as, like, the heat of the explosion fades, and you get, like, it's like the volume of the whole thing just expands outwards as it darkens. That's really nicely done. That's almost like fucking Metal Slug levels of explosion work here. And the way, like, it, like, not only, like, that it's an explosion, but, like, everything bulges out the way that, like, gas expanding is... Not realistically, but the way that it feels to see expanding gas in air. Dramatic, cool guys don't look at explosions, slow-mo, and then gadoosh. Okay, let's see where this is going.
What the F?
¡Vengan todos! Señores y señoras, pásenle, pásenle. Vengan a ver un auténtico chupacabras. Only 100 pesos to see a real chupacabras. Caught by me last night.
A chupa what? Look, buddy, I'll have you know that I am a dignified...
No hablo inglés.
What? You were just speaking...
Everyone, watch this monstro suck the blood from the goat.
Look, asshole, the only sucking I do is on cocks.
As you have already established, Blitz, you're terrible at going down on anyone. Right. Cuts of cock chicken. Okay. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay, fine. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Look, asshole, the only sucking I do is on cocks. Oh, not that kind. Pussies.
Cat, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I see it. I get it. Yeah, But again, Blitz, as we've established, you're bad at it.
Fuck! Damn it, I'm doing a bit.
Sosie, come on. Yes, and him.
Cloacas. Now, if you don't mind... Oh!
Okay, fine. Like, it's the principle of threes, right? It's like, clearly, it takes him a second, like, cloaca. Do I have anything like that? Takes a second, and then bonk. For fuck's sake. Really fun animation on Blitz here, though. That's a complicated thing to try and animate as well. Like, the lizard landing in his lower jaw. And then him reacting to, this is so toony. Like, Helluva Boss is toony at the best of times, right? Like, but this especially, like, there's some... Especially the way they use the eyes. I'm getting, like, some like, genuinely some fucking, not Tiny Toons. I'm trying to think through, yeah, no, like, it's not even Tiny Toons, it's, like, more like, there's a little bit of the old Disney style here. I feel. Like, along with, like, a million other artistic influences that, like, inform Helluva Boss, right? Like, we've talked a lot about, like, the Flash animation scene and, like, Invader Zim and, like, the sort of hyper-flat style of Cartoon Network in the 2000s. But, like, especially the way this shot here, like, the way it uses the eyes, the bulging, the way it distorts Blitz's proportions. There's definitely Ren and Stimpy in there. Yeah, like, and that's one of the things I've liked a lot about Helluva Boss is, like, it's a show that clearly, like, that has a series of inspirations. Some of them are most powerful, right? Like, Invader Zim is in here a lot. A show which I never really watched that much, right? Bunch of, like, the Craig McCracken, like, the Powerpuff Girls, like, like that specific style of Cartoon Network and Flash animation. But like the many animators that work on this show, like I do feel like I see a wide range of animation influence here. Like little things that feel like they come out of different traditions of animation. I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying myself. This is just lovely speech animation. Like we've talked about before also, like the way that Blitz's face is ambiguous in its anatomy, right? Like his face, his character design is very much designed to be seen like this, like with the side view, and like flattened, right? And so things that the animators do in order to like try and three-dimensionalize him, right? Like give him like a front view, for example. I've commented many times on how Blitz seen directly from the front looks kind of freaky and weird, but it also gives them all of this freedom that they can just like inflate, deflate, distort, mess around with the proportionality of his face because it is so stylized. You get a lot of freedom to do any number of things. It's a nice little arc. Zoop. Anyway, I should watch the cartoon, shouldn't I?
And cloacas. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna put you in the fucking ground. Hang on. Fuck me.
Uh-huh. So he has the gem now. Huh.
Fuck me.
Oh my god, okay. It's the dorks. I see. Girlfriends. Why were you wearing the disguise then? If you're if you're gonna walk out of the car wearing these stupid ass disguises, and the first thing you do is throw them away, why were you wearing the disguise then?
All right, we gotta secure the scene. We heard that there's a real chupacabra here.
Yes, over here! 100 pesos, please.
Senor, we are with the government.
100 pesos.
Right. So, how much is that?
$5.69.
You have any cash on you?
Who has cash anymore?
You paid the tip with cash at brunch the other day.
Yeah, that's all I had. Why don't you pay him? I bought us the coffee this morning.
Are you really pulling that card in front of this fine man and his fine goats? No, what? I literally never had cash in my life. You're always the one that carries cash.
Hey, psst. Yeah, I know I killed some of your family earlier, but look, if you help me out of this little pickle, I'll make it up to you, little fella.
Meh. I don't know why Blitz thinks that's gonna work. Also, I mean, I'm not a cage anatomy expert, but it feels like those cage bars are wide enough that Blitz could probably just step out.
Hey, psst. Yeah,
Like, you've got your head, which is... God damn it. You've got your head and, like, most of your upper body through the bars there already. Like, come on.
out of this little pickle.
Are you on Roger Rabbit rules? You can only do it when it's funny?
I'll make it up to you, little fella.
So, can you take card?
No! Fuck! You stupid goat! You insult my goat! You pay with your life!
Mexican standoff, right, yeah, sure.
Estoy muerto.
Oh, dear.
Attaboy.
Oh, you've learned something, huh? Have you, Blitz?
Hey, dipshits, remember me?
It's him!
Get him!
I mean, they are Americans.
Hey, dipshits, remember me?
I do like, we see a little bit of, like, that especially there. The acrobatic shit, that feels a little circus to me. I don't know if that's, like, intentional. Skitter, 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 skitter. Oh, someone wanted to show off there. That's very good. Like a little faux 3D camera move. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's nice. I mean, I'm always a sucker for like 2D animated objects flying through space. That's really nice. Like someone's really just showing off. Like this feels very much like the kind of shot that you would animate like if you were doing like one of those gimmick 3D features. Like one of those gimmick 3D features in like cinema in a Disney park in like the late 90s 2000s, like 3D images coming right at you kind of thing. You'd have a shot like this, right? With like stuff exploding out of the screen towards the audience. Like it feels like that kind of shot. But like the foreshortening, like especially on this piece of glass here, that's really nice.
Hey! Yeah, bitch, I'm the fucking CHUPACABRAS, and I'm here to fuck you all. Oh my god, everybody run! He's got a gun!
Fuck's sake. The fucking goat. Come on. I do like that we finally get to see him shot. That's nice. I'm pleased with that. Thank you. Thank you, Chupacabra Short, for shooting him in the leg. I'm glad of that.
Amazing work there, little buddy. You really helped my little red ass out. And
oh, that's nice. Look at that. Look at that. That's wonderful. That's a really nice little subtle... Like the way that like Blitz's petting is like rotating the goat's head in 3D space. Oh, that's lovely. That's really well done. They're really using the eye very effectively here as like like an element that sort of adds the rotation. Because like this is not like you're rotating something like it's being rotated along like two axes at the same time. And like wiggling back and forth, and that's not easy to do. Like when you have these really stylized, flattened characters, we've talked about this before, right? That's not an easy thing to do because like you have to have a really strong understanding of how would this deeply unrealistic, like super flat stylized thing, how would that rotate if it had like that kind of volume in 3D space? Right? The little things that the artist is doing here with like the angle of the nose and the mouth to indicate like the tilt of the goat's head. Right? Like the horns are helping out a lot because they are like these like cone structures that you can sort of rotate to show volume, but it's like, that's really good. Like, a bunch of really careful work being done with like this, like the shape of the ear, right? Like the way that that morphs through the rotation to sort of support what the rest of it is doing. That's really nice. I like that a lot. I like, because it would be easy to just have him pat the head, right? Like you could just like slap his head and that'll be fine. But like doing that little wiggle around, that's like, that's lovely.
You really helped my little red ass out, and for that, I'm making you an honorary IMP VIP associate. Here, have a sticker. Later.
Yeah, I fucking saw it coming. It's Cult of the Lamb. God damn it. Fully doing Cult of the Lamb shit. The little frog eye blink. And then hard cut. Human arm. That's fantastic. Lovely painting this too. I wish I had the higher resolution for this, but that's nice. Like the goat here is painted into the frame with enough detail that like he matches the, god damn it, my right mouse button. Whenever I move my mouse to the right, I have my sound card there, and the wire keeps clicking the right mouse button. Annoying. Like, he's painted into the frame with, like, enough detail that he doesn't look out of place. Like, you know the thing, like, old cartoons, you watch them and you can always, like, you look at them and you can see, oh, yeah, that's the thing that's going to be animated in just a second because it looks different than the background. They have not done that here. Like, the goat itself is painted with the same level of, like, detail and rendering than everything else in the shot. And that's a small thing. I kind of want to get a hold of the 2K version. I wish they put these out in 4K, honestly. To look closer at that, because that's really well done. It's really nicely done. Let's see. Monica Franco. I feel like I recognize that name from somewhere. Doing the IMDb dive. Let's see. Right, Vaggie from Helluva Boss. She did Vaggie there. In the pilot. Oh, she's also been doing a bunch of... Right, that's why I recognize names, because we've been to her IMDb page before. She's the one who's been, like, doing for Helluva Boss, Class Act, Smiling Friends. Right, that's why. Doi. Let's see. The Farmer. Jorge A. Gutierrez. Is that him? No, that's not in his IMDb. Maybe it's just not on his IMDb. Is that Jorge A. Gutierrez, the same guy who's the director of The Book of Life? Is that the same guy? Hang on, chat, tell me. Is that the same guy? Oh, that's very cool. That is very cool. Shit, the Book of Life. I haven't seen that in ages. I should watch that again. I like that. That's very cool. I think I am slowly starting to recognize names in the credits, which I'm pleased with. Okay, yeah, so I feel like there's a bunch of stuff here that I'm not really... This is outside my cultural experience, right? Like, I live in the ass end of Scandinavia. So the extent to which, like, this interacts with, like, Mexican culture, with, like, cultural stereotypes and all that, I don't really know. So how edgy exactly this short is trying to be, I don't really have a good sense of that. But the fucking animation here is... There's some real good shit happening in the animation on this one. I do quite like the animation of this guy as well. Like, a lot of the things he does, like, especially... Like, that shot is very good. Because it's ambiguous, right? Like, it's... You can read it as shock of him, like, well, he eats cloaca? Jesus Christ. But you can also read it as, like, hang on, I think I've got that around here somewhere. Which sets up the joke, right? Of the lizard.
Fuck me.
The fucking sombreros and the false mustaches and then immediately throwing them away. I mean, it's very dorks. Like, it's very much these fucking dipshit morons would do that. Like, the little subtle move of, like, as he's pointing at Blitz there, pulling the glove off his hands just to hide it away. Little things like that. It's okay, it does paint a particular picture of northern Mexican culture that's stuck like 50 years back. Yeah.
Here! 100 pesos, please.
Senor, we are with the government.
100 pesos.
That's also a nice little animation. I guess like when he's emphasizing with his hand. It's a good little rotation there. Speaking of which, I guess we're back to humans having 4 fingers. I should keep track of that. I should go back and look in the other shit. Like, when do humans have 4 fingers? When do they have 5?
100 pesos.
Right. So, how much is that?
$5.69.
You have any cash on you?
Who has cash anymore?
You paid the a day.
Yeah, that's all I had. Why don't you pay him? I bought us the coffee this morning.
Are you really pulling that card in front of this fine man and his fine goats? No, wait.
That is very. That's also again like in terms of like animating a character interacting with objects. We've talked about object work before, right? That like as these two idiots are arguing over the money, the goat comes
Why don't
over.
you pay him? I bought us
Just
the
sort of
coffee
absentmindedly
this morning.
picks it
Are
up,
you really pulling that card in front of this
pets
fine
it
man
for a
and his fine
second.
goats?
It leaves like that. It's a little thing, but it's nice. Like it sort of shows the level of like casualness and comfort with which he interacts with these animals.
Wait, I really
It's like it's one of those things that's like a good little thing to do if you want to establish,
never cash.
you know, something about how a character physically interacts with the environment.
Yeah, I know I killed some of your family earlier, but look, if you help me out of this little pickle, I'll make it up to you, little fella.
I will say I've done worse things for cheese, so I don't really blame the goat for this one.
So, can you take card? No!
It's a lovely little bounce it does too, like little bit of like anticipation, action, then it sort of squashes into him, and then it like literally fucking wall jumps off his crotch. Yoink. And perfectly sort of... It's very appealing animation on this little guy. I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying myself. Like, really appealing animation on him. Right? Like, the way he leads with his head. Head comes out, land there, and, like, that completes the arc. And again, object work, right? Like, again, it shows, like, this guy's so used to that happening. Like, a goat jumping into his arms doesn't even need to look. He's just, like, ready to receive. And so, again, it shows, like, his comfort, his normalcy around these animals. I really like it.
You stupid goat!
You insult my goat! You pay with your life!
Mexican standoff. And again, this is very much a Helluva Boss. Like, they love doing this gag of, like, nothing happens, and then flash frame to donk. Right? No build-up, no anticipation. The thing just happens.
Muerto.
Oh, dear God.
Demon gun!
Hey, that a boy.
And Blitz has learned. Blitz is like, yeah, no, lubrication first, then a gentle touch. Good boy. You are at step 1 now. Time to learn the rest of it, buddy.
Hey, dipshits, remember me?
It's him!
Get him!
Scuttle, scuttle, scuttle. Biblically accurate Blitz. That shot is just so fucking show-offy, though. Like, that shot is so... Someone just like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna flex for this one. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that at all. It's a very inefficient way of doing the storytelling of Blitz jumps up on the roof. But we're just kind of like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? Zoop. Big, dramatic 3D slow zoom. And then a bunch of, like, glass and shit getting blasted out of the window. Of course. Why not? uh, yeah, now we're really in fucking Ren and Stimpy territory. And like the point of this is that Blitz is mispronouncing the name, right?
I'm the fucking CHUPACABRAS, and
Right? The point is Blitz doesn't know what he's saying, so he's looking like an idiot while he's doing it, but like someone just like and this is really sort of classic. This again, Hanna-Barbera is in here as well, because the thing they're doing intentionally is like Blitz, most of what he's doing here in this scene is operating on full animation, right? We've talked about full animation, limited animation before. Full animation is from frame to frame, every frame is fully redrawn, and everything changes from frame to frame, right? That's full animation. Most things aren't full animation really anymore because everything's being animated like in Toon Boom and like various sort of descendants of Flash applications where you can just manipulate each individual part of the character frame by frame if you want to do it. But all of this is full animation until Blitz says the name wrong, and that's when we do the Hanna-Barbera thing. Because like that's the thing if you look at old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, right? When characters speak, when they talk, it's only their head that is animated. This is like Scooby-Doo, all over fucking Scooby-Doo. It's all over Yogi Bear. It's all over Snagglepuss, Top Cat, all of them. They all have collars. They all have something around their necks. That's why the Flintstones always are fucking wearing ties and shit. So they can have a collar or something that delineates their head from the rest of the body. So the animator can just like animate everything above the collar when they do the talking animation and leave everything else perfectly static while the character is talking. That's like a classic Hanna-Barbera limited animation trick. And they're doing it here, right? You can see the moment we switch into Blitz is about to do silly faces, his body freezes in place completely. No motion, nothing happening, while his head goes off doing the thing. It must have been so much fucking fun to do that. Chupacabra. And the lip sync is still good. Like, it's not just that he's doing really stupid faces. You can read his lips. You can see what he's saying. Like, you do need to know that what he's trying to pronounce, right? But you can see the syllables, right? Ooh, that's definitely an ooh sound. He's about to do a plosive, pa or ba, and that open mouth shape is ah. That's like that's a big open ah kind of noise. And then like that could be a T, could be something, but it's like probably something that's pronounced through the teeth, like k or x or s, right? Kadu, and again like do, and then plosive bra right, again with the wide open mouth. You can still see the lip sync happening even if you don't know what he's saying. You kind of get a sense of it, and like doing that through such extreme caricature is like, that's really well done. I really like that. Also, every single one of these is someone's profile picture now. Like, literally, go make this your profile pictures on Twitter. Get the 2K version, frame by frame. Grab these faces. These are S tier if you're a Helluva Boss Stan account or whatever. S tier faces for that.
And I'm here to fuck you all. Oh my God! Everybody run! He's got a gun!
It is genuinely quite funny to me. Like, the goats now are just killing people. Like, we are repeating a little bit the penguin joke, I guess. Although we're not just rehashing it.
We got matches! We're legit! We're important! Get out of our way!
I'm always very happy to see these two idiots get their shit rocked, though. Especially by goats. Another nice little sound design thing. All this horror movie sound design, right? Like, oh, these like discordant tones. Like, and then just cut. Just cut the horror noise. Who cares?
Amazing work there, little buddy. You really helped my little red ass out. And for that, I'm making you an honorary IMP VIP associate. Here, have a sticker.
Also, compliments to Brandon Rogers on that particular little voice delivery.
Here, have a sticker.
That's very good. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that Cult of the Lamb DLC.
Later.
Another little, just this tiny thing, right? So we have this shot of like this fucking Lion King ass shot, right? Like with the newly anointed devil goat surveying its kingdom. And again, very easy to just have the goat walk forward. I really like that little touch of like that little S-curve of the goat, like not just walking forward, but like taking this little swerve thing to get there. Like again, it adds just a little bit, right? Like it makes it a little bit more three-dimensional, a little bit more complicated. It gives it a little bit more gravitas. And what an appealing little shape this thing has, too. Right? Lovely anticipation, like lifting the butt, moving it in under, and like loafing. Also, I am a sucker. I'm always a sucker for the frog blink. For the separated timing blink. I really want there to be a follow-up with this. I really, really want there to be a thing, like a little newscaster thing in the background or whatever during one of the other episodes with like murder goat cult like explodes in Mexico, like millions dead kind of thing. I really want there to just be it doesn't have to be a major feature, just in the background that like there's like a devil goat cult worshipping like a devil goat prophet. Sort of gaining traction in like the southern parts of the US or whatever. Very much want that to be a little background detail in the future in the show. That was fun. That was fun. Like, a lot of great animation craft. A lot of great animation craft in this one. And, like, again, no surprise with Helluva Boss, right? Like, we've talked before about, like, the level of technical craft. That's a good smear frame. We talked before about the level of technical craft that's, like, on display in Helluva Boss, but there is, like, I do feel like there is a progression here, right? Where it becomes... like, there's parts of it that become more and more confident and more and more assured. And, like, which consistently choose more and more complicated ways to achieve things. Like I said, like, with the fucking Blitz jumping onto the window shot, right? Being such a little, I am doing this just because I can. Kind of showing off, like we're doing like a slow motion 3-dimensional foreshortening into the camera, slow tracking shot kind of thing. It's just really lovely to see. Like, it's really nice to see, like, a production staff in general sort of collectively level up their skills over time. Like, starting from a place where they're pretty darn good, and then, like, just, like, refining little things. Over time. That's just really nice. This short is the goat. It's pretty good. It's decent. Again, a lot of this feels like it's outside of my cultural wheelhouse. Why do you think the gun burned his hand? I don't know. Probably because he's an angel. Like, I don't know. That's one thing I will say about the plot of this thing. Why did the gun burn his hand then and not previously? And why did having the lust crystal on his arm not seem to have any effect on him whatsoever? If the gun itself is like burns to the touch of human being. I think it was because he was trying to use it, I guess. Look at Agent 1's badge the moment after he gets shot. Oh, absolutely. Your text here. Very good. We have badges, we're legit, we're important, but then he hasn't bothered to customize it. Yeah, sure. They had so much fun with this one. Yeah, like, I will say, I get a lot of a sense of, like, the animators that worked on this really poured something into it. Like, it doesn't feel like anyone was half-assing it at any point. Especially this fucking bit. Like, whichever animator was working on that one, they're not phoning it in. They're having fun. Like, someone here is enjoying themselves. This is not hack work. This is not something you do when you're just trying to get some shit done on a contract. This is something you do when you're like, okay, fuck it. Let's play with the shapes of this motherfucker. How badly can I distort them and still make it look right? This might be my favorite bit of animation in the whole short, actually. This is genuinely so fucking good. And again, even on the technical level, right? Like, because the animator here also has to manage the secondary motion, right? Like, and that's coming through like these like little shitty goat ears. Right, so you get, like, the lift up when Blitz does this, and then they fall down to sort of follow him when he compresses his head down here, and then they flap up, and then like, they follow his motion really well without looking, like, chaotic and disjointed, even despite the fact that this is, like, completely insane movement, right, that doesn't make any physical sense in reality. The flopping of the ears is, like, it also maintains a consistency where it feels correct, right? Not realistic, but it feels right. It has that verisimilitude. I'm really genuinely very impressed with this. This is very good. Like, it's very silly, but it's also really good. It's a good face. That's lovely. I really like that. I really like that. And I will also say, it's nice to have the dorks just show up as, like, because I talked about this previously, right? Like, in terms of the way that they're set up, they're clearly like a sort of Team Rocket style villain duo thing that show up in order to cause some problems and then, like, sort of fuck off by the end of the episode. It's nice to see them just show up here to be like useless dipshit idiots who complicate things without adding any value. Like yes. I like having that. I like having a recurring cast of, like, villains or antagonists that can, like, just show up to play the role of a villain a week kind of thing. I don't think we're going to get that very much in the main episodes of the show. So I'm like if the shorts sort of want to build out the rogues gallery of this particular, because, like, I'd like to see Crimson show up like that again, right? Of, like, a complicating villain in, like, one short somewhere where he's not, like, horribly emotionally traumatizing Moxie, but he's just showing up to be a problem kind of thing. That would be lovely. No Loopty, though. No, absolutely no Loopty. Fuck you. No Loopty. He doesn't exist. He's like, I have banished him from my mind. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of Loopty in my life. That's not real. That's something you made up just to mess with me. Someone asked me to look closely at them during the standoff. I'm not sure what you're asking me to look for, just that they're pointing the gun at each other? Guess who the goats are trying to summon? Huh. Yeah, who are the goats trying to summon? I don't know enough about demonology to be able to tell that, but it would, like, presumably it would be, like, one of the classics, like, what's the goat-headed one? I mean, again, none of them are, like, necessarily goat-headed as such. It's, like, separating what is actually sort of paganism versus what Christianity made it into. Like, you've got Baphomet, I guess Pan, any of the satyrs would be an option as well. Chad is saying Baphomet, okay. Yeah, sure, why not? But, like, there's a bunch of, like, there's another goat-headed god I'm trying to think of. Belphegor is also goat-headed. Oh, that's within the show? Yeah. It was funny if they somehow summoned Stolas. I mean, yeah. Shit, their head is on the top of my ting. Their name is on the tip of my tongue, is what I was trying to say. I remember another goat-headed god visually. I've seen pictures. I just can't remember the name. Okay, well, fuck it, doesn't matter. Serenus? Yeah, like any horned god, I suppose. Might be just something I'm imagining in my head. Who knows? I like this little guy. Become a recurring character, please. Anyway, that was fun. That was a good little distraction. How long did I talk about this? Okay, it's almost been an hour. Fair enough. Fine. Yeah, sure. I would, wouldn't I? Bleetso. Oh my god. I'm banning you. You are banned. Yeah, that's his name now. He's Bleetso. That's his name. I don't care. Like, he probably has a name on the wiki already. Remove it. Replace it with that. That's Bleetso. That is Bleetso. Or Bleats, I suppose, with the O is still silent. I'm surprised Blitz didn't immediately take a liking to goats because they're kind of like horses. Don't let either goats or horses hear you say that. I feel like both goats and horses would find that offensive somehow. Which short did you like the most? Hard to say. Like, again, like, this is that thing of asking me to pick favorites. It's a bad idea. I don't really know how to do that. Because, like, I think Hell's Bells is the most interesting in terms of actually having some characterization, right? Like, that we get to see Millie with her sister have a personality outside of, you know, interacting with the imp crew. That's pretty cool. Mission Antarctica is, like, you can't really beat penguins shouting slurs. That's like, yes, that is unfortunately funny. Like, that's a good conceit. Like, Mission Weeaboo is like, oh no, yeah, that's a funny way to portray that kind of fandom. And like, I do like in Mission Weeaboo that, like, it is a Bugs Bunny kind of thing. That, like, Blitz is the aggressor who shows up and tries to kill her, but he can't beat her because she has Toon Force logic on her side, right? Which is where, like, she never alters her course or changes over the course of the whole short, and anything that tries to interfere with her being exactly who she is defeated by the end, right? She wins because she has the Bugs Bunny power on her side, where, like, any antagonistic force that tries to force her to change her behavior is ultimately ineffective because that's the archetype she occupies. I do like that as a portrayal of that particular kind of fandom, because, like, portrayals of like sort of weeby fandom shit, like I think of Sherlock, for example, right? It has a tendency to roll over and like, haha, these characters are shitty and weak and pathetic and they suck, and we're gonna have the character that's like our point of view character like roll their eyes at them and sort of defeat them by humiliating them in some way. That doesn't happen in Mission Weeaboo. Like, you can't defeat her. She is undefeatable because her fandom is pure, and it drives her in a very authentic way. I like that as a conceit more than just rolling your eyes and going, haha, isn't this stupid and cringe? Everyone should think that sucks. But instead portraying her as like, no, she wins in the end. She gets what she wants. She gets to be in hell with all the hot demons she could ever fantasize about fucking, right? I do like that. I will say, still, like I said, this might be some of my favorite animation in any Helluva Boss anything ever. Genuinely just some of the most fun I've ever seen someone have with the Blitz's face shapes. I really, really, really like this. So, like, there's different things to like about them, right? There's different things to enjoy. If someone tries to assassinate you, sexualize the encounter to make them uncomfortable, you win. Yeah! Like, someone, like, Agent 47 comes up behind you and starts to choke you out, just go, harder. He'll let you go immediately. He does not understand that. Like, he'll stuff you in a locker instead. Oh, come on, you've heard worse moaning. I know you people have been playing, like, the Leon Kennedy Dead by Daylight voice lines on a YouTube video and listening to them. Yeah, I know you have been. Oh, if you haven't heard those, look them up. Leon Kennedy, Dead by Daylight. Listen to what the voice actor does with his pain sounds. It's totally normal and regular. Don't worry about it. I'm not playing it here. I can't play that in a YouTube video. Leon not President Kennedy, Scarlet Eye. Leon Kennedy, Resident Evil Kennedy. Jesus Christ. Now I have in my head, it's like someone doing a John F. Kennedy impression as like an ASMR erotic roleplay thing. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for me, kitten. No. That exists, surely. Surely, right? Clone High. Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ. You people are freaks. You're fucked up. I'm normal. This is all your fault. You people are weirdos. I'm glad that I'm so normal. I'm the most normal person who's ever lived, in fact. Oh, god damn it. Okay, I think I clicked the hotkey and I accidentally got Discord chat off the screen for parts of the recording. You may not be on screen for the whole goddamn episode. That annoys me. Your silly reactions are great content. I can't exploit you as hard as I was planning. Aw. You'll be fine. Okay, I think we're done. I think we're done. All right, I guess I'll see you all back here for the drop of the actual episode in October. And in the meantime, I am gonna go back to editing a main channel video, and trying to prep for the next session of Power Play, which we're actually also recording tonight. So do go watch that. Again, link in the somewhere down there below this video. And check that out. It's a good time. Bye.